Hello, good evening. A very warm good evening to all our viewers, friends, family. Welcome to everyone. I am waiting to receive you. Yes, I'm waiting to meet you guys and to see who all are here for us. Please do come in with a hello and a hi. And our guests are also here waiting for each one of you. So once again, a very warm good evening to all the viewers, our community members, our friends and family for yet another conversation and the episode of Coffee Conversations at Women on Wealth. And I am Hira Jethanandani, and I'm a financial catalyst at Women on Wealth. I truly believe that when we as women take charge of our finances, we really take charge of our lives. And a little about for those of you who've come in here today, are joining us in for the first time. What we do at Women on Wealth, we help women learn how to take charge of their finances so that women can learn how to manage their money really well and they can learn how to grow their money most effectively. And this platform is an opportunity for us to truly acknowledge the journey of each of our Women on Wealth investors, our fresh graduates, and what have they accomplished in a span of just about 2 to 3 months of taking charge of their finances. So welcome. Hello, Meena. Hi, Richa. Good evening. So here I would really let me just begin by asking each one of you here that how has 2020 really been for you? And when I ask this question, please type, how has 2020 been for you? Like, yeah, please feel free to type. I'm sure it's been, it's been different. It's been, some would say it's been difficult, but I'm waiting. Let me not share. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hear from each one of you. How has 2020 been for you so far? I'm waiting for each one of you to share. Wow. So someone says, Shraddha says it's pivotal. Anna, hi Anna, welcome. She says it's a tough year. Okay. Yeah. Lots of ups and downs, adjustments, uncertainty, lot of learning. Great. That's wonderful. And yeah, Richa is also saying there have been new avenues to learn and grow. Wow, that's amazing. All right. Okay. Roller coaster. Thanks, Meenal. Yes, absolutely. And that has been, I remember when just recently, asking this question, reflecting on the year, we're pretty much towards the last quarter of the year. So asking such a question is pretty normal. And yes, because of our health, finances, jobs, businesses all running down, I'm sure, most of us have been feeling that this year has been challenging, could have been difficult, worrisome, or maybe for most of us. But like some of you have also mentioned that it has been pivotal, it has been amazing or unbelievable for some of you. And this is exactly where I want to bring in, two of our community members, our graduates and our guests here today, who actually also felt the same, with this, when as the pandemic struck, they also went through this phase of immense disappointment, worry, at a certain stage felt helpless to. One of our guests here today, a family was struck with COVID, and still it was exactly at this point that they decided that now is time. It's just time. And they need to pull up their socks and figure out the next steps. not just sit and witness what they're witnessing all this while. And it was for both of them who were really looking out for solutions. And this was exactly like today, each one of you are here. They came across through social media and really found the best solution for their lives, and which was, women on wealth. And they are here today as our Women on Wealth successful investors. So let me, without taking any more time, let me bring to you today Sanchita Pandey and Shraddha Bhalla, both of them here, who just figured that yes, it's time and I need to take charge of my finances, because here is where the turning point will begin for me. And hence it was them who started the conversation and mentioned that, well, it was remarkable, it was unbelievable, this year has been, and their decision has made it so unbelievable for them. So welcome once again. And let me in a minute, share, give the introductions to each one of you. So we have today Sanchita, who's a software professional based out of Bangalore. And Sanchita enjoys
Hi.
reading books. Hey, Sanchita. And she enjoys binge watching movies. She enjoys baking, enjoys telling stories to her daughters, and certainly is a proud vow investor. We have also amongst us Shraddha Bhalla, and I'm so glad to introduce Shraddha. She's an orthodontist turned influencer turned entrepreneur, has been wearing many hats. And with her 10 years in dentistry, she started blogging under the banner Soda Pop Love to explore her interest in fashion, travel, and lifestyle. And Shraddha has turned her passion for social media into a business now and works with clients in the US and UK. And in 3 years, she has amassed 45,000 followers across social media. And Shraddha, too, is a proud WOW investor. Once again, a very warm welcome to the two of you, our beautiful ladies. And let me open the discussion for you with this same question, which most of us, our community members, are here to know. How did you make this year so memorable for yourselves?
So I think for me, it was, the year started off like any other, but uh, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but at the beginning of the year, around January, I had this urge inside, like it was this uneasiness that I had no idea what I was doing, financially. I had absolutely no clue. And I have parents and I have, I've yet to get married. And if I don't know about my finances, and if I pair up with a guy who also has no idea about finances, then what is to become of us? And at the same time, with my parents right now, of course, they are handling everything in the family, but and anytime if you go and you try to have a conversation with them, they're like, "Arey, koi baat nahi, ho jayega." So uh that conversation, it's not an open conversation. You're not invited into the conversation ki, okay, let's discuss money today. So this uneasiness was just growing inside of me, and that's how I started looking for something to learn about finances. I thought I'd look for books or something. And like the Instagram algorithm works amazingly, Women on Wealth just randomly showed up on my feed one day, and I clicked on it, and I booked a discovery call the same day, booked with Hira, and spoke to Hira. And right after that, had that same day there was like a introduction to money gymmers, so I attended that and I put down the money for the course, and I was in it. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, yes, this is meant for me, and I was in it right from the beginning.
You were super quick, I must say. You were really, you were on lightning speed, I must say, on that day. I can so remember. Yes. Bringing you in, Sanjita. So please share, how did this year become so memorable for you?
This year has been really a blessing in disguise for me. And I think I can never forget 2020 ever because there's so many changes that came into my life. Why I call it as a blessing in disguise? Because I learned to take the charge of the finances, which I have been, always struggling to do that, and a blessing in a disguise because there were so many important moments that we were missing out in our life. But when the pandemic came in, you had to be enclosed within the four walls of the house, and you had to start finding the things out within those four walls and understand what does actually happiness means within these four walls. And actually, for the first time in my life, when the offices were closed and I was at home, I actually started realizing that now it's the time when I really need to go back and look into my finances, because before that, whenever I used to have those kind of thoughts or conversations, it was always like, okay, theek hai, only thing which I used to do was, in the matter of investment, was only for the sake of income tax returns. And I used to have a fixed amount of money which I just used to transfer to my savings account if I save that. But then the time when the pandemic came in, I realized that, okay, I really need to sit down, and I really need to do something. So as Shraddha told, there was always a sort of uneasiness at the back of the mind that what should I do? Or should I talk to a advisor? Should I talk to some of my friends who are into finances? What exactly I need to do? And one fine day, I was just going through post in the Facebook when I came across one of my college friends who is a wow investor, and I heard and I saw she was in one of her own coffee conversations, and that instantly clicked. Okay, this is what I am looking for. I Something clicked. There are so many communities out there, but something clicked. I don't know what. Maybe the honesty with what the women out here are talking, and the trust, or I don't know, something clicked. I don't know what, but something clicked.
Awesome. You
And
just found
immediately the
the right
same,
spot.
while I was listening to her conversation, I messaged, I don't remember exactly whom I talked to, but the next morning I got the call, and within next day I was enrolled. So yeah, the best decision I have ever taken in my life.
Brilliant. Both of you, I must say, were super quick, and that's so wonderful. And I'm glad
Yeah.
that you found your tribe. So, taking this forward, while you truly felt that, yes, this was the most memorable thing or the smartest thing that you did for yourself in 2020, what have you really learned, and what has the impact that it has created? So, yeah, beginning with you, Shraddha, baby, what do you think you really learned and its impact?
I think the okay, so for me it was two of the structures of the money gym program. First of all, when you look at your net worth, you realize कि कितने पानी में हो. It's just like this is actually how bad it is. And earlier it was, for me it was like, I would work, save, and then blow it extravagantly. Like in 2019, I went for a UK trip and I blew up my entire savings. I think I just had like some 50,000 left in my account by the end of it. So that entire perception changed of how to handle money, how to plan for it. And the second thing that I really enjoyed was the goal setting sheet, because it really helps you map out. There are so many thoughts and ideas कि हाँ, like एक Mercedes लेंगे, घर लेंगे, ये करेंगे. So it sort of like actually makes you put it down on paper. Okay, this is actually what I want, and this is up in the air. Good to have a category, and this is like what I actually need to build my life. And then those dreams get quantified. There's a number that gets attached to it. I think I'm blocked. Can you hear me?
No, I can. Yeah,
Okay, great,
absolutely.
great.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm just saying that there's a number that gets attached to each dream of yours, and I think that is so empowering, and it gives you so much of clarity to move ahead, like you can plan your finances, how much you need to work, how many hours you need to put in, where you need to save, everything. So yeah, those I think were really important for me, because it completely like changed my perception of how I deal with money and how I plan for the future.
So awesome. Great. I love the fact when you say, dreams can be, are quantifiable, and that's really how it does. Sanchita, yeah, please share. How has it been for you?
So, yeah, so it has been, as Shraddha told, I used to dream, there were so many goals that I have to buy a house, I have to set this much amount of money so that, my kids can get the best education they are looking for, or I am looking for them. Whenever I had so many goals, if I am, thinking of a goal, whether going on a vacation or having some kind of leisure activities or doing something for, or buying something, some expensive gifts or anything, so they all used to be in their mind, and they used to be like, okay, I'm earning, and eventually I will be able to, do something for that. But the major setback for me and how this program impacted me was then, whenever the uh, point came in to take some major decisions in my life, I was stuck. And, I used to think for weeks that, I'm really not able to do this. Though I was thinking, I have this much of net worth and we are having of this much of amount. And they were in different pieces, they were all scattered in pieces. And it was all, in like flying in the air. Nothing was as Shraddha said rightly, nothing was quantified to the dreams or the goals. So the moment the Priyanka shared the first sheet, that was the the breaking point or the turning point in my life, where I don't know, I think I sat for uh, one whole week. Every night I used to sit and rewording of those every goal again and again, and that used to make me realize that wow, I have so many goals, but I have no idea how I'm going to achieve
I
those
would also,
goals.
I would also like to share. I remember in our conversation you mentioned that how you and your husband for many years had been thinking of investing in the house, buying a
Exactly. So for so many years we have been thinking, take the our, the second house and finally move in. But we were not able to do that. I mean, we were not able to take the, final take that decision. But when I, as you know, the money was there, but we were not able to, have that kind of a guts to take that decision and understand it. Okay, we are really going to make it. But when I finally restructured those goals and had all those planning done, I was really sure that okay, now it's time, and I'm really going to make it. We are really going to make it. After we revisited our networks, investments, and we realized that, okay, we can do it. We can
so
dream and we can do it because the structures made us to revisit our finances and set the right goals, do the right planning, and, take have that guts to take the decision. So yeah, it was, as money was in, but we were not sure whether we will be able to take that risk or not, because buying a home is a very big decision, and
right.
a lot of money goes there. Yeah.
Great. So what I hear is that there was money. It was all there, but still we did not have the kind of the mindset or the readiness to go ahead and take that decision. But when you actually put it all out in black and white, you were absolutely clear. I am all set, and I am now ready to jump in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that came to you through the structures. That's so fabulous. I'm so glad to hear that. And
Yeah, yeah. They are
Anna,
like, I can say, like, the money structure gym is like a Bible now. You know, without that, it is not going to work out in life.
brilliant. So yeah, Anna Lem says many things to learn from you guys. So thank you so much. I think the all our viewers are so they're interested in really knowing about how you guys have learned. So let me take this forward. I remember both of you also mentioned that how there is immense support that has now come to you from your family, friends. How has that really evolved during this time? Because all of us definitely saw during this time of the pandemic, while everyone's homebound, we definitely saw, the way our relationships also have grown has been very different, unique. So, how have you seen for yourself with respect to family coming around for you?
So, for me, it was um I'd say that the family dynamic has changed for sure. I'm not married as yet. I live with my parents, and I was very much the kid of the house. At 31, I'm still the kid of the house. So it was like no conversations were had in front of me about investments, about rentals, about anything. And to this day, I don't know how much my dad earns because it's just not okay. I should not be knowing. So for me to understand, plan, it was all the more a challenge. And once I did this course, the first thing that we learned in Money Gemmers was health insurance. And I went up to my parents. My dad's a doctor, by the way, but I went up to them and I had the conversation. I made them take out all our health insurances and study it with them. And after that, the entire thing changed. That's when they realized, because I told them I'm going to do this course, and and they were like, yeah, yeah, whatever. But once they actually saw that, okay, I knew what I was talking about. And the best part about Money Gymmers as well as the stock program is that it teaches you to learn, it teaches you to research. And so when you talk, it's not like someone else has told you, so then you're trying to talk. It's not, you're not repeating, you're not talking like a parrot. You know what you're talking about because you've done the research. And so I would say that I'm not, my stature has changed, I've elevated, I've become an adult now. कि okay, iski baat mein kuch dam to hai. I still don't know my dad's salary, but ballpark figure समझ आ गया है.
उनको भी समझ में आ गया है कि कितना कितना शेयर करना है, उनको भी समझ में आ गया है. सही है. So no
Yeah,
longer
yeah, yeah.
you know.
Now, like I'm looking into the investments, and they discuss with me before, investing in something. And I actually, since I started my business, my first big amount came in, so we were discussing कि अब investment कहाँ करनी है, किस में डालना है, and all that. So it's nice. It's a nice conversation. It's a nice shift rather than just talking, okay, what's happening here, family gossip, etc., etc. It's good to actually talk about real stuff.
Wow, that's so amazing. So more conversations. Yeah.
Yeah.
And exciting conversations, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Wonderful.
important, right? Pivotal.
Very,
They actually hold weight.
yeah, very much. And I love the fact when you say I'm no longer the bacha of the house. Awesome.
Upgrade.
अपग्रेड हो गया सिस्टम अपग्रेड तो आइडेंटिटी अपग्रेड हो गई यहाँ पर awesome yeah yes Sanchita how has it been for you
So for me, it has been like till now I have been talking to my husband, or discussing with him, like I have to invest this much amount, and how I am going to do it. I was not sure. I just used to tell him that I need to do this for my income tax returns and all, but it was never, I was never a major person taking the major decisions. So yeah, when I finally took this program, I was able to do it, and it is like a helping hand in taking the major decision goals, which is really I feel proud of that, and my family feels proud of that. That yeah, I am able to take some good decisions, and they can vouch on those decisions. Yeah, in a nutshell, yeah. Uh,
so another identity evolution of being the decision maker of the house yeah that's so amazing truly that definitely is something which naturally comes about for us so we have Preeti who's joined us and we have Richa too sharing and Richa's sharing that yes now even the Women on Wealth book club and conversations have changed the perspective at home for her. That's so wonderful to know that, Richa. And that's exactly with the support of the community that we keep evolving. So, while this journey has, for yourself, you guys, both of you shared how it has been. How has this journey really been? What is the kind of support that you have received? As we say that, we're only this much all by ourselves. It is really with the community that we are able to come together and build ourselves. So, would you like to share, how has the community support really been for you on this journey?
Um, I mean, the whole learning experience is so amazing, because you see so many women come in from different walks of life, and so many, and everyone educationally, no matter what the age is, no matter what family background is, professionally what they are, financial education wise, we are all in the same level. Nobody knows jack shit about anything, pardon my French. But it's good to understand how, like, suppose there are like 10 women who've come into the money jammers or a stocks program. It's so interesting to see different women who come in with different expertise based on what they have learned, what their family experiences, etc., and apply it, because money and finances are so much a part of our everyday life, but because we don't pay attention to it, we have no idea. Like, for example, in stocks program, we studied the FMCG structures. And from there, you realize now every time I go to the grocery store, everything is, FMCG, FMCG, FMCG. And I know because I studied those, companies, I know what's going on at the background and what is the background of each product that's come out. So, in terms of support, I think what Women on Wealth does is you grow together, and once you become a part of the bigger community where there are so many women who are so many steps ahead of you, it's so inspiring to see that yes, I doing what I have learned, I can create wealth for myself and I can create knowledge for myself. And I think the most interesting part of being part of the community and as well as learning about finances is is that it's such, there's just so much education that you get about what's happening in the country, what's happening in various industries. There's just so much to learn. Of course, you learn about money and where you should be putting it, etc., etc., but that's collateral. You actually learn so much of what's actually going on in the world.
Yes, absolutely. And that's so beautifully that you put that, when we come for our decoding or we come for any of these live sessions on Facebook, there is so much more that we take back,
Yeah,
for our own. And the entire, it looks like the world and the entire economy is coming together to help you know, okay, how is it impacting your finances, right?
exactly. Yeah, all of this is impacting my bank account.
Correct. Correct. It just comes together. Yeah, absolutely. Bringing you in, Sanchita. So, how do you think has the community, your tribe, helped you move forward?
Yeah, it has been really amazing, Hira. I mean, hearing out women from different background, different concerns. Many of, at least in my group, there were different kinds of concerns that were not colliding with what I have, and it really helped me to think in not only with one angle as a working woman, but in different. There can be so many concerns of life that really, that really force you to think that there's so much more to life and there's so much that we just think in one direction. So yeah, it was really helpful. It was so much of support from our mentor Priyanka, where she did not go with her, though with her knowledge she made sure that each one of us have come to par with each other, and then only we are going to move forward. So that one thing I really liked about this program and about the community. And it did not stop with just one program. There have been a constant support with so many conversations, so many knowledge sharing, whether it was in WhatsApp group or whether it was in Facebook or a Telegram group with book club and all. So it's a constant learning support with where each of us are giving to each other, and the entire community is giving to each of us. And that is something, special about this community, and I feel really, really proud and privileged that I came across this. Yeah, so it's really amazing.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, on this note, I would also want you guys to, how you've made this year remarkable and pivotal, and, how can many other women who are right there, waiting, really wanting to make that possible in their lives. So, please share with them, please share with your friends that you have invited, our viewers, what is your message for all those women out there? Yeah, bringing you in, Sanjita.
So just take the charge of your finances. No one else is going to come into your life and do that. No one else other than you yourself. And uh, I have been in this. I have been earning from last 10 years, 10 to 12 years, and but the confidence that this program gave me was, that before that, whenever those I can say those advisors or someone used to call me, I used to, just ask two questions. If I'm putting this much, how I'm going to get? Just tell me this much amount, and those two used to be the deciding factor for me for any plan. But now when someone calls, first, they little get, shaken up, that how a lady can, question so much, how they know so much. So now I don't go back to my, friends or family to, take, to understand what I'm talking about. I can take those decisions on my own. And this is something, I can always feel proud of myself, that yeah, I'm able to do that. And yes, take the charge, because money and finance is something that you really need.
Okay, I think Sanchita, we've lost Sanchita. So till
Yeah.
Sanchita, yeah, gets back, bringing you in, Shraddha,
Okay.
and
Yeah. So over the course of this past year, when right from when I was feeling uneasy about not knowing about, having financial education, not knowing anything about it, right up to today, when, I have invested in stocks, I have invested in mutual funds, I have updated my health insurance, I'm looking at gold bonds, etc., etc. Um, Whenever I try to discuss it with friends or with, family members, like the women, one thing that I've realized, which is really sad to see, is that women treat financial education like it's a choice. The only women that I know who actually have any kind of knowledge are the ones who are in the finance sector in one way or the other. Other than that, nobody has any idea unless they have, taken an interest or they've had no choice but to do it for themselves, which I find is so, I mean, it's so sad because, money is something that as a family you should work towards it. You should work towards growing your wealth, because at the end of the day, two heads are better than one, and there's so much of knowledge out there. So if you don't take charge of your money, and your partner or, your parent takes a wrong decision, you are equally at fault if that decision goes wrong. People don't realize this. They think, oh, okay, I'm not involved in this, so it's not my fault. But no, you are. You, because you've not taken interest, else has had to, and they have done their best with that knowledge. So, if that's gone wrong, that is more on you because you did not participate in that decision. Um, I personally think that financial education is our responsibility for all women everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're working or not. It doesn't matter if you're, running the house or not. If whatever it is, you need to participate. You need to, learn, educate, promote other women to learn, and take it forward. If there's, in any generation there are two types of people, they say. There are the wealth growers and aggregators, and then there are the wealth like gavane wale. I don't remember the exact term. This is part of a book, I think, called Think and Grow Rich. um so
Yes.
if you don't participate in that, uh, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to your family. Please learn, please educate, please promote education, because it's the only way we're going to grow ourselves, and we're going to help our families to grow. थोड़ा लंबा हो गया, sorry, lecture हो गया.
Awesome. Really amazing. And truly you've said it and you've called it out that for us as women, it's not just a choice, and it becomes just a matter of choice. वरना हम husband पे छोड़ने में बहुत आसान हो जाता है, या मुझे समझ में नहीं आएगा. It's so easy to come up with an excuse, but it is truly a responsibility. Yeah, yeah, brilliant. That was so powerful. Bringing you in, Sanchita. Yeah, glad you're here with us. So yes, what's your message for all our women, to even for them to still make this year different?
Yeah, so get hold of yourself and get up and take control of your finances, because that's really something we really need to do. No matter we are working, we are not working, we have enough of wealth creation done by someone else in our life, if we are privileged enough to have that. But really do that, because the kind of the confidence and the independence and the enlightenment that it really gives you, and the power it gives to you, it's something unmatchable. So do that, and educate. We really need to spread this awareness among our friends and family to really do that. And yeah, learn the finance. It's really, really important. Money is everything.
Great, great. Thank you so much. And on this note, thank you to all our viewers, and thank you for joining in. It was such a pleasure to have the two of you here, and to
Same here.
really,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, to really see how you guys have created something so amazing for yourself in just about a span of these 2.5 months. And yeah, so for all of for everyone, for all our viewers who've joined us, I would really like to share that, some of the takeaways which I carry with myself today from, having this conversation with both them, from Shraddha and Sanchita. Like, so beautifully both of them shared that, how identities are evolved. Their identities have evolved. No longer the child of the house, but really an adult now, where parents are, listening and wanting to have that conversation and discuss more. And as Sanchita mentioned, that, no longer a quiet listener, but a lead decision maker. And that is so powerful, where your spouse feels so confident to have these discussions with you. And absolutely, as you mentioned, that, we as women need to take charge, which means we need to take it as our responsibility. It's no longer just about a choice. गए वो जमाने, वो समय गया जब हमने ऐसे छोड़ दिया था. Now it's really important for us to take the lead and stand strong for ourselves first. And yes, to continue to spread this awareness that finance is a system at Women on Wealth. And that's what we believe in, that it's a structure, it's a system. You follow the system, you follow the structure. Your financial freedom, your financial independence is guaranteed. Yeah, but all that it needs is your commitment to walk this path. And yeah, we are here waiting to kind of share what we have, and our community is really waiting to support and inspire each woman. So on this note, once again, thank you everyone. Thank you for creating this time and joining us
Thank
all
you.
here today. Yeah, thank
Thank you
you.
for having us, Hira.
Thank
Most
you for
welcome.
having us. Yeah.
Most welcome. And looking forward to bring in more guests as we go along on this journey. So have a great evening. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.